Good afternoon, everyone. It is October 11th, 2022. This video will be for the RTH session tomorrow. However, before we go into that, let's just briefly go over what we had today. Today, we opened below last week's low at 36.17, and we eventually slid down to new lows on the year. Our original low of the year was around 95.96. I do know that the Globex low is closer to 71. So anyway, we slid down to about 81. I think there was a small gap from 2020 that we closed there. And then eventually we moved back on up above the high of the day, back inside last week's range. And we did sell off at where I had the pivot 52 half. That's just simply last week's close, as well as the prior year's low, the 2021 low around there. And we churned for a while before crapping out on some B of E, Bank of England news. Now, I want to pull up a few different volume profiles here just to give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at. So there's the daily, white being the POC, blue being the value areas, and then let's include the developing week, and then one more we'll have as a trailing profile here. There we go. So you can see value area low from the day being at 82-ish, the developing value area low being around 3600, where we put in a POC, and the value area high from today sitting at 3625, where we have the developing weekly POC, and the trailing POC sitting at 37. So there probably is a fade opportunity on the short side at 36.25 just to move back inside value by using that developing weekly POC. Similarly, there may be a long by getting back inside the weekly value by taking 3600-ish long today's POC long for that entry, that re-entry into the developing weekly value area. However, instead what I'll be looking to do is fade at 36.37 3/4, just around that that trailing POC, right around the scene of the crime of that sell-off, and taking that for a short. Now, if we do get above all that volume that we've done, let's just take these off for a second. If we do get above all the volume done around this 36.35-ish area, let's call it, I think we will breach 36.52 half, today's high of the day, and what's been a critical level. And I think we'll start to breach the open, the Monday open, the weekly open, get to the 88s, likely get a little bit of a sell, but move on up, and then test the highs of balance around 36.11. Now, if this breaks, we should get that gap close to 37.50. Now, all this said, that's quite a ways away. We have closed at 3600. Tomorrow is FOMC minutes, so I do expect a slower morning once A or B period is done as we await the minutes. It's usually kind of a nothing burger, but the market does slow down for it. So in general, what I'm looking for are short opportunities at the scene of the crime, and then taking long opportunities above if we do get above that volume. Similarly to the downside, I'm aware there's a powerful level here, 87.5. That is where I got short today and scored a win. However, shorting at 87.5, you would be trading inside of the day's value area, and instead what I'd like to see is a sell-off to new lows on the year, and then take this 72.5 area short, perhaps 81. I'll have to see. Maybe Globex will give some more clarification. But taking this 35.70 to 80 area short for new lows on the year. That's all I have for today. If there are any changes to the levels, they will be posted per usual to Twitter before the open. Other than that, that's all I have. Go ahead and trade safe tomorrow.